Ramgane, Ramgane, come. You are the master. You are the main man.
About not just making a difference, but be the difference. To communities we weave with passion and the focus of an artisan. We are elated that Team SCAN has entrusted their faith in us and made a very informed decision to pick brand Akshaya as their preferred partner in this landmark move to make Akshaya today their abode. Our journey thus far has been very enriching and has given us a scope for further improvement and research in the realm of inclusive communities. We look forward to a journey that shall grow thicker, wide and deep, perhaps like the 47-year-old banyan tree that we have carefully preserved at the premises of Akshaya today. Once again, I welcome one and all for this very special gathering. Thank you to our friends from the media and press who have joined us on this momentous occasion. I now welcome Mr. Shrikant Purapati, Director, Marketing, Sales and CRM at Akshaya, to give us a short presentation on brand Akshaya.
The project Akshaya has been creating milestones and most of the towers have been completed and handed over. What makes this partnership between Akshaya and SCAN very special is the fact that there has been a passion with which the brand Akshaya has grown over the last 26 years. The passion started with one man, which is Mr. Chitti Babu, the chairman, and the team that joined him over the period of last 26 years has stayed with him, and the passion has become a virus today. Not the virus that we are quite famous today about, but the virus which is the passion for principles, the passion for performance, and these are the basic ethics, the foundation on which brand Akshaya has grown. What we've liked about SCAN is more or less the passion, the vision that Akshaya had, the Akshaya Cares division of Akshaya as an organization had, was more or less ditto with SCAN. So when two like-minded people come together, the partnership is strong. Similarly, when two like-minded brands, two like-minded organizations came together, the passion just got a little stronger and a little more wider. This is just the beginning, this is just the start, and both the members of SCAN as well as the members of Akshaya are looking forward to repeating this multi-fold and multi-projects. All of us know, whoever has dealt with real estate, that the government has brought in a policy, a regulation, that 10% of whatever is built has to go for the economically weaker section. Similarly, I understand that 4% of whatever is built has to go for people with special needs. So Akshaya Cares, which is one of the sister companies, has always been contributing to the society. And what is SCAN doing is, again, more or less the same. So without taking much, because I have a lot more speakers talking after me, so they will elaborate on SCAN, they will elaborate on Akshaya and what is Akshaya SCAN. So what I will do is, having been in marketing, sales and CRM for brand Akshaya for the last more than a decade, take the pleasure of taking you through the journey, which started off on a very small note, and like how the concrete is poured and makes the whole building strong. It has been the ethics, it has been the values, it has been the principles. Brick by brick we built, and today we are a strong organization. So just to quickly summarize what is brand Akshaya, it's a 26-year-old company, and today we have about 168 projects, close to about 11 million square feet of space completed. All projects built by Akshaya Green, and every single project is rated. And we take passion in making sure that we maintain all the projects for 10 years, which is a clear demonstration that we don't just build, but we build and stay with the owners. Invariably, we will not kind of maintain for 1 year and the promoter moves on. But when we stay with you for 10 years, it is kind of giving an indirect message that we are confident about our quality, about our design, about the products used. So that's how it's made us one of the top developers in the country. So the gut journey, as I said, started way back in 1995 when Mr. Chitti Babu started a company called Akshaya Structurals. What we did at that point of time was we were taking up projects and executing for people who wanted to put up probably a residential building or a commercial building or a retail complex, or somebody who wanted to put up an educational institution, somebody wanted to put up a healthcare. So what we were doing is taking somebody's idea, taking somebody's design, and we were only executing it. Over a period of time, having completed projects, having executed multi-verticals of real estate, it gave us the strength, gave us the energy and the confidence to make sure that we start off projects on our own. And like in any humble beginning, the first project was a 10,000 square feet villa. And from 10,000 square feet today, we've gone to about 11 million square feet. So this has been different verticals of Akshaya, because as I said, we've been in homes, we've been in residential, we've been in senior citizen living, we've been in various verticals. So these are the kind of products, these are the kind of companies that have been formed to cater to different segments of the society. So this is a brief about Mr. Chitti Babu, a civil engineer who started the company, started from rags and taken the brand to riches. And he's been very active with various industry bodies, right from CII, CREDAI and BRICS and so many other things. So obviously it is knowledge parted from his side and knowledge gained from different people that he has interacted.
For every parent of a child with a disability, the biggest concern they have is, who will look after my child after me? Who will look after my child when we are unable to do so, or when we are no longer on this earth? By the way, this presentation is about SCAN. It will keep running as I talk, so I hope it doesn't distract everyone. So this is the burning question that most families have, and this was one of the questions we had been tossing around, trying to find answers. How do we actually go about enabling our families to find a solution about not only just looking after their child, but making sure the child is healthy and happy and contented after their lifetime. As a parent support group, we engage in a lot of activities, as you can see in the slides here, a lot of social events, workshops, things like that, which are to add to what the formal structure of schooling and medical systems have to provide in terms of therapies, etc. So we try to provide something goes beyond what the conventional systems provide, which parents can come together and offer to the children and to other parents. So when we were looking around for a solution to this, I must say that we had a lot of inspiration from many people, some of whom are here today. We have, for example, we really cherish our association with Vidyasagar. We have Poonam Natarajan and Radha Ramesh from Vidyasagar, and they will be introduced to you later, who have given us a lot of insights into what are the things that we should look for, how a person with a disability can still be leading an independent or a supported life and live life to their fullest. This is the kind of thing that we would like to have for our children, wherein it's not just about living, it's not just about having 3 meals a day and existing, but about being fulfilled and content and being able to contribute. With that, what happened was our vision of inclusion, kind of came together. And for us, inclusion means being able to live, to work, and to play, amongst others, just like everyone else. Any person with a disability has a right to life, to be able to work, to be able to play or recreation, just like everybody else around us, like everybody else in this room. And that is the kind of life that we want to build. So when we talk about inclusive living, that's the kind of goal we have, where each and every person with a disability can live, can work, can play, and be amongst others in a very, very fulfilling way. So when we started the project, there were a few of our members who came together to, who really wanted to be part of this initiative. I'd like to quickly introduce our core team. We have over here Kiran Gupta, a lawyer by training, which is very useful when we are looking at different kinds of agreements. We have Kannan, who is a finance professional with a large MNC, and again, able to bring in his core skills as well. We have Balaji Kannan, an IT professional. We should not forget Meera Balaji, who recently retired government servant, and of course my better half Minnie, who's sitting there. All of us are parents. We came together as parents to be part of the parent support group, but we said that this vision of inclusive living is something that we should spend our time and energy on. And for the last little more than a year, we've been trying to put together our thoughts on what is it that we want from inclusive living, what is it that we want to design into the project. And we visited a lot of different project sites, we talked to a lot of builders, because one thing is we were very clear, we don't want to reinvent the wheel, we don't want to buy land and construct something and so on. That doesn't make sense. There are people with far more expertise and all that in providing the amenities and facilities. So let's go and talk to a few of them and see what suits. So we must have spoken to at least a dozen, I think, property developers, and probably visited about 15 projects, both virtually as well as physically. And then we came across Akshaya, right? And it was very nice that the very first discussion we had with some of the Akshaya folks, I think Mr. Srikanth was there and a couple of others, in their presentation, the first presentation to us, there were two phrases which struck a chord. One said that we are senior citizen friendly, and the second said our projects are all disabled friendly. So we said, wow, this is great, this is exactly what we are looking for. You didn't know us, but you're already thinking on the same lines. As I think Mr. Srikanth mentioned, you know, when two organizations with
who have cerebral palsy and whatever Gopi was saying in the before me, like who will look after my children after me. That is a nightmare for every child. And I think this initiative is going to actually going to be a paradigm, okay, for all the parents, and it is going to give them a lot of confidence, okay, to that there is someone, there is something is going to happen, after me someone can look after my child, so that's something, it's a very welcoming initiative. I first of all congratulate Chitti Babu and Gopi for having started this initiative. First, Poonam Natarajan is the founder of Vidyasagar, and I am the director of Vidyasagar because she was introduced as the director. Yeah. So I would first, before I would just want to start with a brief introduction about Vidyasagar to all of you. Of course, many of you may not know about Vidyasagar. Very few would know about the organization. Vidyasagar is a 35-year-old parent initiative based out of Chennai, started by Poonam Natarajan. Vidyasagar focuses on holistic development of children and adults with special needs. We work on demystification of disability, empowering parents, empowering persons with special needs and their families and the communities they live in with the knowledge and skill, while strongly advocating for inclusion in all spheres of life. We believe in equality of opportunity and inclusive society where differences are celebrated, that disability is a development and human rights issue. Initially started to cater to persons with cerebral palsy, Vidyasagar evolved to meet the growing need and started working with all neurological disabilities. Majority of our stakeholders are persons with multiple disabilities. When I say multiple disability, children who have mobility issues, who will have speech issues and also vision issues. And along with that, they might have intellectual disability also. So that is the combination of students, stakeholders whom we cater to. We work across the lifespan through a range of innovative programs, right from babies to adults through various programs. Our programs are all, we have more than 16 programs where we we give our services, starting from family-based rehabilitation, where the children and their families are given knowledge and skill to handle their children in their day-to-day life. And then community-based rehabilitation, where we work across Tamil Nadu in the rural India, where we identify children, we give them, the community-based rehabilitation actually caters to the mission of Vidyasagar, where the services are not reached. So
the whole project of inclusive living, when I met with Minnie and Gopi, and we were talking about how to answer this big question. Actually, the National Trust, which I was a chair in Delhi, was the National Trust Act was made to answer this question. What happens to my child when I'm no more? And their answer is, of course, about legal guardianship and things like that. But the real living day to day in an inclusive place is what answers parents' associations have to find. And I think what SCAN idea to, partner with a residential facility that is already growing is the first step towards what we call deinstitutionalization and have people out in the community. So many congratulations and thank you, Mr. Chitti Babu, to make it possible. And we are really looking forward, because I think it's going to be for in the disability community, it's going to be a very good model of how people with disabilities can live in the community. So we're really looking forward to seeing how this develops. And you see, we have been trying to really set up this living independent in the community needs certain community support systems which are not there, and which are the reasonable, we talk about reasonable accommodation, but what people with disabilities need and which should become the norm. I was thrilled when Mr. Shrikant said that 4% is mandated now for people with disabilities in housing, because it's a struggle we've been having for many years, and now the government of Tamil Nadu has already also said that all the residential complexes 4% should be kept for people with disabilities. So when we do that, you'll have to get back to thinking about universal design, thinking about accessibility, and how the home, the flat, and the entire ambience should be accessible to all people with disabilities. So there are two things. There's physical accessibility, and when you're living in a place like Akshaya, which we visited, 2,400 flats, it's like a small township. So all the people there need to be sensitized, because there's attitudinal barriers which also will have to be lowered. We don't want, disabled people should only come to the swimming pool between 10 and 12 and all other people at other times. Those are the discriminatory factors which creep into any community. So please make sure that Akshaya does not fall into that trap, and that it is always inclusive in all areas. And of course, we will be supporting SCAN to go see how we can do small access audits, and Akshaya has promised that they will try and make as many areas which may have some barriers at the moment, try and make them as accessible as possible for people with visual impairment, for people with sensory overloads, with people with motor and physical disabilities. So we really look forward to that experience, because at Vidyasagar, Bliss begin to live interdependently with support systems is actually like an action-based research. We are trying out how to put in place what are the missing pieces for people with disabilities to live in the community. Like we know that the government of India actually has not thought of enough workforce for adults with disabilities. People need caregivers, support workers, personal attendants. We know training a workforce is very important, like a group home manager, somebody who will from outside ensure that people who are not related to each other, it's like a chummery, same age group, not related, living with a caregiver, but somebody needs to ensure that they live in harmony and all their needs of paying bills and electricity and little conflict resolutions are taken care of. So that is the kind of thing, providing caregivers, looking for group home, training group home managers is what we are trying to do. Bliss has 9 pillars, and one of them is making homes accessible and making personal spaces accessible. And it has the workforce pillar, which is, and then of course we have the therapy, the employment, the trusts, and how to make a trust with support circles. So a whole lot of, I'm not going to talk to you too much about Bliss right here, but what I want to say to you is that it is something we're really looking forward to, because SCAN is developing a model in our country.
Mr. Gopi, for giving this great opportunity for servicing the society, and Vidyasagar to come forward to assist and support us on doing things right from the beginning and put a seed of aspiring other developers to follow this in coming years. Noble cause. So with that introduction, and when we wanted to have this, initially we thought, okay, let's do it virtually, because we need to obey sincerely the government regulations and all those. Usually, I attended several number of press meets and conferences. It's usually in a format of banquet. People will be sitting close to each other. So we carefully decided that we wanted to do it in a different format. And that's actually Srikanth speaking to the hotel and get this organized. And it is first of its kind to have the people seated in their zone comfortably and attend to this. We need to get back to business. We need to get back to the real-time society. We wanted to get back into business. That itself we are eagerly waiting, right? But imagine a society is being neglected, or we would say always looked upon us as if that we are doing a justification, or we are doing a mercy, or we are being just accommodating. All these years. I think this is happening across. Who is not disabled? Am I not? Are we not? If they are disabled in one particular fashion, we are disabled in many other ways. Every human being is disabled in one or other way. Somebody is with anger. Somebody is with anger. Is it not disabled? Somebody is not bothering about the society. Is it not disabled? We are seeing an accident, we keep going. We are into a world where it's transforming very differently. Very, very differently. Today, the culture is changing. People wanted to be very, very fast. In that region, I don't think this society is a unique society. I think we are all disabled in one kind. Usually, our press conferences, we talk business. When we call the press here, we'll talk pure business. Correct? We'll always talk about how many number of units we are going to launch, how many projects we are launched, what is the revenue which is going to come out. This time, no, it is not business discussion here. We are jointly putting a seed. We are jointly putting a seed. I'm 53-year-old. I'm sure Gopi would be somewhere closer to 50. And the people here supporting this cause. We're just trying to put a seed. We have done many things in the past. Has a business requirement, business need, and business thought. When we said disabled friendly, we have done that in every project. When you say kids friendly, we have done that every project. We have done green, we have done in every project. But it's all nothing new or nothing different. It is all set in the law. The bylaws and norms of this country regulate you to do. See, if we are taking pride for those things, actually we did follow the norms of this country. Akshaya cannot take any pride on whatever been said here in the past, that we are doing green, we are doing well-ventilated building, we are doing water harvesting. All this is set. Very few people are following. Very few people are following. We are one among. So we are getting that award. So what you are doing as per the law, you are getting award. Means 99% of the people are not following the norms. That's where we are. We are in that kind of a situation. So, in the 26th year of journey of Akshaya, we are getting a great opportunity for initiating something very strongly with people. And why does it require a public attention? Why does it require no, in fact, you must definitely have that question in you. Why you all invited here? You are very, very important for this particular cause. It is not that we have sold something. It is the requirement of the society, and we are putting a seed. You are the people who are going to carry it to the society and tell them what this stands for. When I interacted with Mr. Gopi and the team of people, what I understand is the awareness is not there. In fact, when I sat with them to understand the requirement itself, I was frustrated.
Ads for them, but the two of us, we've never had any business transaction ever. It's never been commercial at all. I'm so glad it's been like that, because for some reason you always approach me when you want something human. And I've also done that for you. I've attended your Women's Day celebrations and have come to many occasions where you really thought there was a need for someone like me to come and sensitize people around. The day before Chitty Babu called me, my cousin had come from Delhi and her brother lives in Washington. So the last time he came to see the Atti Varadar, and now I was wondering when he was coming back to see all of us. But she said he can't come because they have a special child. They cannot leave him and come. I believe he's 13 years old now and he's very, very, very handsome. Really handsome. I saw him as a 6-year-old or 7-year-old child many years ago. Now he's a 13, 14-year-old boy and really handsome. But like Prithvi said, he's on this side of the spectrum. And I have another family member who's on this side of the spectrum. When you see him, you won't even know that he's on the spectrum. But the life of the parents, I really don't know how they're going to manage. Because at least Prithvi's child looks like a spastic child, but this, my relative's child, he doesn't look like he's got any problem at all. But he has a problem. He knows only black and white. He doesn't know grey at all. And without knowing the grey, you just cannot, survive in this society, because we are all grey here. We're all completely grey. We might dye our hair black, but we're all grey. We learned the art and technique of grey, but whereas this boy is pure, he knows only black and white. So I do understand what is going through in families like ours. It's coming very close to us. I mean, it's not like it's only happening in Gopi's and Radha's and Poonam's life or Prithvi's life. It's happening in our lives also. So we need to understand how to cope with it. I mean, some of us relatives have to see the signs, early signs, and kind of prepare the parents, because parents are the last one to accept that there is something wrong with their children. So as relatives, we need to, that is something that I really believe in. So the press என்ன சொல்றேன்னா, நம்ம குடும்பத்துல இருக்கிற ஒரு குழந்தை கூட அந்த வித்தியாசமா இருந்ததுன்னா, especially lower classes-ல கண்டுபிடிக்கவே மாட்டாங்க. அது பேசிடும், அது தவழ்ந்துடும், நடந்துரும்பாங்க. So the milestones எல்லாம் மிஸ் பண்ணும்போதே சுத்தி இருக்கிறவங்க சொல்லணும். That is number one. Now coming to the sensitizing part of it, this is an amazing project. எல்லாருமே சொல்லிட்டாங்க. I think it's going to be a model project. That's why I'm here. I have a flight in another half an hour. I have to rush from here to catch the flight. I'm going to Hyderabad. I'm working Prithvi after a long time. So I'm going. So what I wanted to say was, I feel 200 people who are going to be housed here, like you're lucky. But the luckiest are the 1,900 families.
Yes.
They are so lucky. Unbelievably lucky, because there is so much that they learn about life that the society cannot teach them. Like they say, there is a saying, when there is something magnanimous and something wonderful happens when you're completely hopeless and your knee hits the ground, knowing that there is no solution for it. There is something magnanimous. That is what happened to all of us. The generosity and the magnanimity that has come to you is because your knees were down. Because you said, how am I going to sort this out? And your magnanimity and your generosity is what has come to Mr. Chitty Babu. Together, you are really going to create history. It's not history. You are going to create humanity. So நான் என்ன சொல்றேன்னா, 1900 ஃபேமிலிஸ்ல இருக்கிறவங்க, அவங்க குழந்தைங்க, பெரியவங்க, அந்த அப்பா அம்மா, அவங்க வீட்டில் வேலை செய்யறவங்கல இருந்து எல்லாருமே அதிர்ஷ்டக்காரங்க. ஏன்னா உண்மையான வாழ்க்கையை அவங்க அப்பதான் பார்க்க போறாங்க. இது வரைக்கும் எல்லாம் நம்ம நெட்ஃபிளிக்ஸும் அமேசானும் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம். இப்பதான் உண்மையான வாழ்க்கையை பார்க்க போறோம். நாங்கெல்லாம் இருக்கிறது நெட்ஃபிளிக்ஸ் அமேசான் வாழ்க்கை. ஸோ அந்த 1900 பீப்புள் உண்மையான வாழ்க்கையை பார்க்க போறாங்க. நிறைய ஹர்டல்ஸ் இருக்கும், நிறைய ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் இருக்கும். அதெல்லாம் சார்ட் அவுட் பண்ணி தான் ஆகணும். முதல்ல இவங்களெல்லாம் சென்சிடைஸ் பண்ணிட்டாலே உலகத்தையே கொஞ்சம் மாற்று. ஸோ யூஆர் ட்ரைங் டு சேஞ்ச் த வேர்ல்ட் சார். யூஆர் ஆல் ட்ரைங் டு சேஞ்ச் த வேர்ல்ட், லுக்கிங் அட் children differently, looking at people differently. அதான் டிசபிலிட்டி பற்றி சொல்லப்போ பிருத்வி சார், யார் ஏதாவது டிசபிலிட்டி இல்லை. I'm learning Western music at the age of 59. So sorry to know that you are so younger than me. Very upset about it. You are almost 7 years younger than me. But Western music இத்தனை வருஷத்துக்கு அப்புறம் கத்துக்கிறேன். I realize the right side of the brain we are not using at all. There is nothing that you can do with your left hand.
For a second, can you take the mask off? Yeah.